Hello, welcome. Today I have another ink review video for you, and this one is by the Birmingham Pen Company, and it's called Heron. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at this and see what it's like. Their inks come in these wonderful little matte boxes so that you can mark them with the ink and see what's in it without opening the box. And here's how the bottle looks. It's glass, and they do have very generous bottle sizes for their ink. So if you haven't purchased anything from them, I highly recommend just going there and picking anything. I haven't gotten anything from them that I didn't like yet, so it doesn't really matter what you buy. There are some colors that they're sold out of. It happens all the time. They'll put a bunch of inks and then they'll sell out right away. So if you see something that you think you'll want, grab that because it won't be there for very long. Alright, trying not to muddy this up too much. Let's get this, try to get the dark colors down on one side here. Or not dark colors, I'm sorry, the heavy amount of ink onto one side. The opposite side of what I usually do, but that's okay. Okay, let's clean this off. So far, this is really pretty. It's kind of a peacocky green or something. This is Birmingham Pen Company. This is one of the colors I had tried to pick up a while ago, and it sold out before I could finish checking out my cart, so that's why I warn you. Okay, I will be right back. I'm going to stick this under the fan to dry. I'll be right back. Alright, I am back, and we are going to test this out on some plain copy paper, because sometimes if you're at work or something, or school maybe, and you just have cheap paper that you could use there, and you want to know if this ink will behave itself on cheap paper. So that's why I do these. Looks like a tiny bit of feathering maybe. Alright, that's how that looks so far. And we'll let that dry and try this also on some HP 32 paper. It's a really nice, rich, turquoisey teal, very, very pretty. And if there are any other colors that you'd like to see me review, just leave a comment, and if I have the ink or if I can get it, we'll do a review video. Alright. That's how that looks so far. We're going to let that dry, and now we're going to try this out on some Tomo River paper. And Tomo River paper is nice and smooth. It's kind of like the HP 32, where it has a very nice smooth surface to write on, and a lot of times the inks show their best properties on this paper, so I like to use it. The HP 32 also has a nice smooth surface, and it's a step up from the cheap copy paper, but it is also a type of copy paper. Okay, this one's Tomo River. There we go. This looks really pretty. This looks like it might also be somewhat work safe because it's a darker color and it's not obviously blue or green or something like that until you actually look at it. Alright, so I'm going to check on the swatch. I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. So here is how the copy paper looks. Tiny, tiny bit of feathering, almost not noticeable, so this is probably fine to use on some cheaper papers. And on the HP 32, you can see already the color is a lot richer. There appears to be something like shading going on, but it's hard to tell. It looks like there is some shading and also something else. Very, very nice color, very pretty, and this is a very nice, unique one. I really like this. I'm glad I picked this one up. And then this is on the Tomo River paper, and you can kind of see here where the ink was laid down a little bit heavier. There's something going on around the edges, more than just the shading, because there is shading in this, but there's something else going on around the edges there. So on the swatch, you can see it a lot more clearly. So obviously this is a really beautiful bluish, turquoisey, blue-green kind of a teal color. And I can see this. I hope the camera picks it up, but like right around here, it looks more green, and over here, it looks more blue. So there's a lot. This is a very complex color. There's a lot going on here. And then, of course, you've got this beautiful reddish sheen to it. It's like a, I don't know if it's like a dark pink or a red. Very, very pretty, but it's not overpowering. This isn't going to, you know, you're not going to be writing with teal ink and then it dries and it's just totally like pink or red. As you can tell by all the swatches we did. So it's just there to add a lot of visual interest, which I think it does beautifully. And then down here in the writing, first of all, you can see all the shading like on this H here and the R and some of the other letters. But then where the ink went down heavier, like on this A and the Y, you can see that sheen come out. So it looks like this might have a lot going on if you use like a wet or a broad nib, something that lays down a lot of ink. You might actually be able to see that sheen come out in the writing a little bit more reliably. So this is a very pretty color, very unique. I'm so glad I grabbed this. So if you found this interesting or helpful, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to see more. And thank you so much for watching. You have a great day.